And now, from 12 Studios, this is News 12 Now.
Today is Thursday, October 17th. Welcome to News 12 Now. I'm Kylee Dedmon. The state of Texas is set to execute an inmate tonight in the face of growing concerns that he is innocent. Officials rejected Robert Robertson's request for clemency yesterday. He would be the first person in the U.S. to be put to death for a murder linked to shaken baby syndrome. Some experts say his conviction was based on faulty, outdated scientific evidence. Nikki Batiste is at the state prison in Huntsville, Texas, with more.
The lead detective in Robert Robertson's case told a panel of Texas lawmakers Wednesday morning he'd gotten it wrong.
He's an innocent man, and we are very close to killing him for something he did not do.
Bryan Wharton first met Robertson in the emergency room in 2002 when he brought his 2-year-old daughter Nikki Curtis to the hospital where she later died. He told Wharton his daughter was sick and had fallen off the bed while sleeping.
His child was in the emergency room. She was in desperate circumstances, and he was not particularly emotional. He answered questions when we talked to him. He was very cooperative, but you just never got a feeling that what was going on around him bothered him.
Robertson was diagnosed with autism after his conviction. The condition can sometimes make it difficult to express emotions in ways that are deemed socially appropriate. Wharton says he's ashamed he misunderstood the behavior.
How did that change your feelings about what you saw that day?
Well, it made everything make sense. Now I have a name for it. Now I can understand it. It would have been nice to have known back then, sure.
Robertson was immediately accused of shaking his daughter to death, but his defense team says an autopsy later revealed his daughter died from pneumonia, and the credibility of shaken baby syndrome is now in question.
When did you last see him?
2 weeks ago.
What were the last words you said to each other?
I love you. Yeah.
34 shaken baby cases have been exonerated in 18 states and the U.S. Army since 1992.
Robert was instantly judged with suspicion.
On Tuesday, Gretchen Sween, Robertson's lawyer, asked the U.S. Supreme Court to halt his execution. Robertson has 2 other children.
Robert is this very sweet, simple soul. And what he has always said is that we have to keep hope. And he refers to this letter he got from his other daughter when he was sent away to prison, which said, "Daddy, don't ever give up hope."
Texas argues claims raised by Robertson's lawyers are, quote, unworthy of the court's attention. Last night, Robertson was issued a subpoena to testify before a Texas House committee that is reconsidering the lawfulness of his conviction in a hearing next week. A spokesperson for the Department of Criminal Justice told us it will consult the Attorney General's office on the appropriate next steps. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, Huntsville, Texas.
It was quite the cold morning out there this morning, with those temperatures falling to the 30s for many of us, a few 40s and a couple 20s as well. So light frost, freeze, curve for most. But now we're on our way to actually a very pleasant afternoon. Look at these temperatures, low to mid 60s with abundant sunshine. And we are expected to hit the upper 60s to lower 70s a little bit later on today. So really, honestly, a 15 out of 10 kind of day. That is going to be on the way here in the next couple hours. And then we're on our way to a really nice night for Thursday Night Football. We got a lot of that going on in Texoma, and it's going to be definitely a good flannel, blue jean, fall weather kind of night. So definitely enjoy that. We are going to be slowly warming up, though, from here on out, and we're going to maintain high fire danger through much of the extended forecast. Are we tracking any rain? Actually, yes, we now finally have a rain chance on the board. So we're going to bring you the latest details on that coming up here in just a little bit. Until then, back to you, Kylie.
All right, thank you, Brian. In Sherman, a man was arrested yesterday after allegedly stabbing his roommate several times. Sherman police say it happened just after 10 in the 300 block of West Scott Street. Police arrived to find a male victim with multiple stab wounds. He was taken to TMC with non-life-threatening injuries. 49-year-old Billy Sorter was arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And also new this afternoon, both directions on US 70 in Bryan County are blocked due to a fatality collision. According to Oklahoma Highway Patrol, it happened shortly before 11:30 this morning near US 70 and Leavenworth Trail. The report says it was a vehicle versus motorcycle. Stay with News 12 as more information becomes available. Well, Fannin County has seen several deadly crashes this month. On Monday, 5 people died in a crash near Trenton. News 12's Talia Munson spoke with the family of 2 of those victims.
Officer says that was a big accident, a bad accident, so I got like in shock, and all I think is you gotta run and see if that's your sister and grandma. That's what I did.
The victim's family says the pain of what happened on Monday is unbearable.
Our lives changed.
5 people were killed on State Highway 121 in a 2-vehicle crash when a car tried to pass in a no-passing zone, causing a fiery head-on collision. While local officials are pushing for safer roads, this family is making funeral arrangements for 20-year-old Daniela and 64-year-old Maria.
This is real. I mean, I wish I can tell you that we live in a nightmare and wake up and say everything is okay or nothing happened.
Rita Lopez is Daniela's mom and Maria's daughter. She knew the 2 were driving home Monday afternoon and was tracking their location on her phone when the pins stopped moving, and she didn't hear from them. So they got in the car and started driving.
The closer we get, I saw the red line.
Traffic stopped.
And I said, oh, no, I hope it's not.
A family's worst nightmare.
My heart broke in that moment.
The family plans to lay them to rest in Guatemala. A link to their GoFundMe is at this story on the KXII website. In Fannin County, Talia Munson, News 12.
The Ardmore Development Authority is creating job opportunities for workers being laid off as Michelin shuts down. The city established the Rapid Community Response Program to create more jobs in Ardmore. Ardmore Development Authority President Bill Murphy says the program is helping 2 businesses expand. Bluebonnet Feeds is hiring employees and building a new district distribution center, and Mercy Hospital is renovating a pediatric clinic.
It's about creating a environment in which companies are expanding and staying in our community so that as people are leaving Michelin, they've got opportunities to explore here in the community.
Murphy says more businesses will join the program soon. And taking a look at national news now, voters in several states will see abortion measures on the ballot next month. Christian Benavides caught up with one group knocking on doors to reach voters about the Right to Abortion initiative and an opposing campaign that argues Florida's Amendment 4 is dangerous.
The 3 knocks, step back.
Organizers with the grassroots group Mi Vecino go over the game plan before they hit the road, pounding the pavement to talk to Florida voters about Amendment 4, which would repeal the state's 6-week abortion ban.
If the election were today and you were in the ballot box, would you vote in favor, opposition? Would you need more information?
Amendment 4 needs 60% approval to pass. To see the Right to Abortion initiative over the finish line, Mi Vecino has knocked on more than 185,000 doors in Central and South Florida and made 750,000 phone calls.
We're talking to anybody and everybody, and right now we have a specific focus on youth voters because that's where we're seeing the highest levels of support for Amendment 4.
Organizers say they're also tailoring their message for different groups of voters.
We talk to men, we talk a lot more about government interference. We don't elect politicians to make medical decisions for us.
In addition to Florida, 9 other states have abortion measures on the ballot this November, including the presidential battlegrounds of Arizona and Nevada.
Abortion rights have won every time they've been on the ballot since Roe was overturned.
Vote no.
Vote no on 4 wants a different outcome in Florida. Miami radiologist Dr. Gracie Pozo Christie is a founding member of Florida Physicians Against Amendment 4 and calls the proposal dangerous.
It's written in such a way that it allows elective abortions through viability, and after viability for reasons of maternal health. Maternal health is not defined, which means it could include her economic health, her social health, her psychological health, basically any reason.
Tal como la enmienda 4.
Both sides are inundating Floridians with English and Spanish language ads, with just 2.5 weeks left for voters to make up their minds. Christian Benavides, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
A group campaigning for Florida's abortion right measure sued state officials Wednesday over order to television states to stop airing one ad. The group behind the ad says its content is accurate and is protected political speech. The state health department claims it is false and dangerous. Well, Israel claims they have killed Hamas's top leader this morning. Israel's foreign minister announced that Hamas's top leader, Yahya Sinwar, was killed by Israeli forces in Gaza today. According to Israeli officials, authorities conducted DNA tests on a body to determine if it is him. Sinwar was one of the chief architects of Hamas's attack on Israel on October 7, 2023. In northern Gaza, an Israeli airstrike on a school sheltering displaced Palestinians killed at least 15 people, including 5 children, according to Gaza's health ministry. Well, stay with us. More news and weather after this.
Thank you for watching today's News 12 Now. Make sure to subscribe so you find out why Texoma turns to us. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where you'll see more social media exclusive content. Want more News 12 Now? Watch us live every weekday through the KXII app on your phone or TV and through our website.